Hello, I'm Dr. Leon Stutzman, aka Doc, with another one of these little videos designed to help you to get through these strange days in which we find ourselves. And these are strange days indeed. I said at the beginning of the week I was going to be talking about food in your future, and you were wondering how I was going to tie those two things together. But if you've been following the videos, you know that I have. One last video on food and your future, because every time you eat, you're actually making an investment in your future. How is it that someone who grew up in a poor working class Okie family, all of our roots are in Oklahoma, developed such a taste for really good food? Well, I blame it on my mother. She was a fabulous cook, by the way, but she did cook Southern comfort food. No, she bought a TV dinner. She brought in Mexican TV dinners. It was the most exotic thing in the world, Mexican food. We ate those Mexican TV dinners. I can tell you now they weren't really very good, but they were so exotic, they were so unique. I said, there's something to this. Shortly after that, she brought in Chungking Chinese food. You may remember that. They no longer make it, and rightly so. The bottom can held the sauce and the meat. The top can held the vegetables. You opened up the cans, you mixed them together, you put them over rice, and you had Chinese food, but it really wasn't Chinese food. It was Chungking Chinese food. That led me on a quest, and over the years I've tried all kinds of interesting and exotic foods. I'll never forget the first time I tried Indian food. I was doing a meeting in Hammond, Indiana. After the service, the beautiful lady and I decided to go to Chicago to eat. We came across Khyber Indian, which I discovered was one of the very first premier Indian restaurants in America. Went in, had saag chili and naan for the first time, and I was hooked. I've been eating Indian food ever since. I love interesting and exotic foods. One of the best things you'll ever eat is wild boar ossobuco, fabulous. The late great Dwight Parrott took us to the Fontainebleau Hotel buffet for Sunday brunch after church one Sunday when I was preaching for him, and they had an entire wall devoted to caviar. It wasn't real caviar. I mean, it wasn't the high-end Beluga Scepter caviar. It was salmon roe and trout roe and all kinds of different fish eggs that had been preserved, and I tried every one of them. Why? Because I'm open to trying new things, and that's how this applies to your future. Jesus said, "No man, having tasted the old wine, desires the new," because he said the old wine is better. It's easy to get in a rut. But in the times in which we find ourselves, in these strange days, you're going to have to try new things. I've talked to pastors across this nation, and I've said after the pandemic is over, it's not going to go back to business as usual. Don't expect everyone to suddenly flock into your churches, because over the last 6 months, people have gotten used to being in church via the live stream, via Facebook, and they're comfortable being in church now via live stream and Facebook. Things have changed. Things are changing. Businesses have gone out of business, but that's opened up new opportunities for new businesses. No man, having tasted the old wine, desires the new, because he said the old wine is better. You're looking back to what was. You need to be looking to what is going to happen in your future. Plan your future now. I'm planning my future now. We had to cancel our big trip to wine country this year. We've made that trip every year for the last 15 years, but we canceled the trip. But we were able to take our reservations and move them forward into the future. And so I'm looking forward to my future. Are you looking forward to your future? What are your plans? Where are you going? I want you to think about that. Things change. The bend in the road is not the end of the road unless you fail to make the turn. I have that little saying on my wall at the church. I've found it to be true. Blessed are the flexible, for they shall not be broken. In times of change, it's those who are able to change that succeed, and I want you to succeed. This Sunday at Aspire Church, I'm going to be talking about fixing your future. That's fixing in both senses of the word. If your future is broken, I'll show you how to fix it. I will also show you how to fix your future to make it secure. It's going to be powerful stuff. It's a message you'll want to hear. Catch it on the live stream at aspirechurch.tv. That's aspirechurch.tv on the live stream, or catch it on Facebook at Aspire Church TV. It's going to be powerful. 10 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time. I'm Dr. Leon Stutzman. I'll see you then.